Good evening. Good evening, everyone. How you doing? How's everyone doing? Sunday night, rainy weekend in Jersey, man. Nothing but rain this weekend. Hello, Susan, Rosa, Celine. How's everyone doing? Good evening, Kathy. How are you? AJ, Laura. How's everyone doing? So, busy as usual. This was our first. Hey, Nicole, Nikki. This was our first weekend in a bit that we haven't done anything on a Saturday, which is very nice to not have to do it to get the weekend off. Yeah. Hey, Deb.
He says have the weekend off. We just didn't do events or investigations, but we're working on other stuff. So
whatever. Anyway, hello, Kathleen. So anyway, we did announce the John Zappis event, and that went fairly quickly. I think it was like 2 days, maybe 3 tops before that event sold out. John Zappis really liked Camp Evans, said he wanted to come back and do it again. So we found another date that would work, one that we were already doing. Hey, Karen, Camp Evans. And John said, yeah, I'll come on board for that one. So August 19th, John Zappis will be back. And hopefully the weather will be better next time.
hey,
John McGinnis, how are you? So yeah, that went quick. And like I said, it was one of those, we announced it. I don't even have a chance to sometimes put the events on the event listing, without them going, which is a good thing. But, I do have to kind of list the events there and which ones are available and sold out or whatever. But again, that went really quick. And I'm looking forward to having John back because we had a great time the first time, although there was a tornado. 10 of them, actually.
It did not interrupt the good time that we had, that's for sure.
And we learned all about the love tub.
Yeah, the love tub.
You'll hear about next time again. But hey, Cindy. But in the meantime, I went to the Creeper Gallery. I did an investigation by myself. We did the auction there on Friday, so we were there. I was there Tuesday, and then we went back on Friday. We actually had dinner with Donna before we did the auction. Auction was cool. We haven't done one. God, we were doing one every month. There, speak of the devil. I conjured.
There she is.
I conjured Donna. See how I do that? I conjured her. But we it seemed like forever since we did an auction. We were doing one like every month or every other month. And then it's been a while. And then, it was good to get together. We had a meal. Went to the old Irish pub, had a meal. And then we went to the Creeper and did the auction. And all 5 items sold. Right?
I believe items.
Our followers, a few of our people here, Celine, I think you're one of them. Kathy, I think you're another one, right? I think you guys purchased some items, right?
I know Celine did. I know Kathy was bidding for one.
I think Kathy got one.
No, I think she was out.
No, I think Kathy got the binoculars and the. Oh, anyway. Oh, I forget who I'm talking to sometimes. Oh, she got that bid.
Thank you.
I thought you won those.
No, she had to say out when that person kept jacking it up.
He done a great auction. Yeah, we had fun at the auction. Again, it's been a while. So, but before that, I went there and I did the investigation of 3 items. And, that night, Donna's got all these new locks on all the cases now because she got ripped off. Somebody stole a bunch of stuff, or a couple of things. So, some of the locks are a little wonky, the way you got to lock them and double loop them and all that stuff. So I specifically stuck to like 2 cabinets because I didn't want to open all the different cabinets. So I'm like, whatever I pick is going to be there and there because the one is really easy and the other one. So I saw the first one, which was the, what's it called? Snuff box with the picture. That was the first one. I was like, oh, that's new. I'll do that one. And then I'm looking for another one. And I'm like, crunch for time. I had to set up all the lights and all that. And I'm like, God, what else am I going to do? I was looking for a dark item because somebody wasn't with me. So I'm like, yeah, I'll do something really dark, even if I did it before. And I'm like, God, what am I going to do? I need a third item. So then I found the wooden carved items down the bottom that have been there forever. They've been there a while.
I've been a little bit.
And I'm like, I've read the information, and oh, we're gonna get to that, Cindy. And then I found the information. I was like, okay, this sounds kind of cool. And even when we go there, I kind of like I put them in order of what I think is going to be less active to most active. Like in my brain, I'm like, okay, this has got a kind of a nice story or whatever. We'll do that one first, get that one done. Then we'll do this one, kind of a little more interesting for me, and then we'll finish with the dark or
being possessed.
Yeah. You don't want to get possessed right off the bat because that just ruined. It's like you ever watch have you ever watched The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger and Christian Bale when the Joker is in the interrogation? You'll not believe what just what just happened. This one literally, I don't know what she was doing trying to put her cap on her water, literally flung it and got water all over me and dropped her phone to where it hit me in the foot.
Actually, my nerve jerked and it just went, the water went everywhere.
No, it didn't go everywhere. It went on me.
No, it got me too.
Well,
it got part of the sofa. It got you. Sorry, sir. Oh, well, at least it was
Lily,
water, not coffee.
Lily, just, you can't make this stuff up when you're.
Oh, Lord. And again.
Yeah, whoops, indeed. Anyway, I try, people. I really try. I try. I try really hard.
We're all wet tonight.
Now the bad jokes will follow that up.
Hey.
Anyway, so you know, I was saying about the Joker in The Dark Knight.
Yep.
Where he bashes his head against the table and he's like, you don't start with the head, you get all fuzzy, when you're interrogating people. And that was, you don't get possessed first. You get possessed last so that you can get through the other items. And then if there's a bad one, everybody's happy. So, well, no one is screaming.
Yeah, it didn't get burnt. It wasn't hot coffee. It was water.
Yeah, that makes it okay. Literally. I wish I had a camera further down this side because it literally, I have the cap on my drink now. She went just like that. And it splashed it all over me. And then the phone hit me in the toe. And I'm just like, yeah, try to work with that, people. I defy ghost hunters, ghost adventurers, anybody to work with, what I have to work with. But
you're the paranormal savior.
I'm what?
I'm not repeating it.
I couldn't because you didn't say it right the first time. I think
I said paranormal savior.
It was paranormal. And then she's chasing me, like joking around with me. She goes, about I would never, we were joking around and she's like, I would never try to hurt you. And I'm like, that's what every person who tries to hurt someone says. And so I'm walking away from her going to the bathroom and she tries to chase me. Next thing I hear, I can't run anymore. I threw my hip out. I'm like, yeah, that's I can't run anymore. I got to get younger teammates. Have to.
Hey.
I have to.
Nobody can feel my shoes.
I can't be working with people that throw their hip out when they're
water
walking to the bathroom and I can't control their wrist and throwing water at me. I can't do it.
No, all of a sudden I just gotta. I literally got a nerve thing shot right down my arm, and that's why I dropped my phone because I was trying to stop it. It just didn't happen. No. It's never boring around me. I can tell you that much.
So, the first item I did was those hand carved items, which were a surprise. I was going through, and that's where I got the FU spirit box one that I posted because there was a lot of whoever that wasn't happy.
And what was that item?
It was those hand carved, the thing that looks like a triangle on the top and almost like a cuckoo clock on the bottom. It's got like the key.
And thing. That was the one that was really responsive
and there was another item with that I think that went with it that we never noticed before, or Donna just brought it in. It was he also carved out what was going to be a clock. It was like a mini alarm. What do you call it?
Cuckoo clock.
Grandfather, cuckoo clock. And that was with it behind it. And there was a letter in there that stayed from the grandson that his grandfather had carved that out.
Oh, wow.
But anyway, wasn't happy with me. Didn't really want to talk to me and was kind of short with me and, didn't throw anything at me or anything like that. But I like watching that back because, again, I was looking for clips for TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff. And I was like, did that just say F you? And I listened back to it, and I'm like, it said, hey, F you. And I clipped that, and that was a pretty good segment. Again, that's why I'm going back to recording the Spirit Box sessions when I'm doing them live, because you miss so much when you're doing that you kind of have to do it like an EVP session and run it back.
Well, it's kind of like the same thing, like when you have, you do an EVP and you have the speaker near you. Sometimes depending on the sound or the how it's coming through, you hear it better, clearer over here than closer to the speaker, you know? So I'm assuming it's kind of like the same thing sometimes when it comes to the Spirit Box.
Yeah. So then I did the snuff box with the picture, and that was pretty good too. Surprisingly, that was the one I thought would be the best was the that ritual idol, the one that the guy's sitting down and it's wooden.
Yeah.
And that one, I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't the other two.
It wasn't like what you thought it was going to be, because you
shocked the crap out of it.
Was that because you thought something stronger was going to be attached to it because it was ritual?
Well, it's used in ritual and kind of spirit type of ritual, communication rituals.
You assumed it was going to hold that type of...
It did before. I think I invested, and that's why I had it. I had it because I thought the other two were going to be kind of like fizzle, Yeah. I'm like, oh, at least I have one good one that's going to, and it turned out the opposite. The other two are really good. But, getting in and out of there, when you're there by yourself.
But you skim over that real, like...
Oh, and then there was that bang in the room. That was another thing that came really good on video. And I think that was the first item as well. If you go back and watch it, it literally is right about 2 feet away from me. Box? And it sounded like somebody dropped like a rock in the room. It's just... Either that or someone rapped on the glass really loud, and it was right there.
So let's go back to that before you glean over that so casually and quickly. The fact that you picked items out, there were certain ones that you didn't think were going to have as strong as a connection, and something that you thought was going to really be something that, and you were surprised. What's your theory behind that? Why do you think that could be the case?
I don't know. That's the beauty of doing what we do. You don't know what to expect. Even with something as when we did the auction, again, jumping ahead to the auction, the church ring, I was surprised to see that there was a man and a female, either nuns or priests or whatever. I was surprised
that anointing ring was something.
That they were both around the ring. But that's what I like about it. Even the most, innocent things sometimes, like you're like, wow, that was really, really good, and you go in with the same attitude, but your expectations are here and you're like, okay, let's just see where this leads us,
Yeah.
And then bam,
we do get surprised by a lot of different ones.
That's and I've already got the ones picked out for the next one. We were talking about that already, where we're going to do that painting.
Oh yes, yeah, that one's an interesting piece. I think the story behind it.
See, I didn't even know. You were telling me. I don't even know what that was a painting of. I never really looked at it because it's always behind me and I always have to move it.
Yep. I told you that one I think would be interesting.
Would you like to tell the people?
There is a painting that Donna...
I'm waiting, like segue.
I was waiting to see, but anyway, there's a painting that Donna has in the red room, and it's a portrait of a mother and then the son and each stages of life. But the unique part about this painting is that the son didn't survive and live to have a life. So it was the mother's interpretation of where, if he had lived, what she thinks his goals would have been through each stage of life. and we haven't got to investigate that yet. And I am dying to see what that leads to and what comes from that.
But you could do that one. Right?
I think that one you were going to be surprised by. I really do.
So we can't set the anticipation, because
I'm just saying we could be surprised by it.
And what was the other one we talked about doing? I remember we talked about, we already knew the other two that we were doing. We were doing the painting, and then I can't remember the other ones we were talking about.
Hats she just brought in?
Oh yeah, the priest hat.
The priest hats.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. I thought the religious stuff kind of I get a little wonky with. You're frozen.
Well, yeah.
No, we're not. We're watching the live feed on our phone right here. But we already know what we're going to do. And here, the issue is, again, the reason we didn't do anything this week when we kind of had something kind of scheduled to do, but I've been having, issues with my eye and the, driving at night, and with the bad weather, we decided not to do what we were going to do Saturday. We're basically investigating a one room old, it was
cabin, right?
It wasn't I guess it was a cabin, but this structure, this one room, people lived in it for years, and they actually built a house around it. So when they built a new house, they kept that one room and built the house around it as a floor to the rest of the building, and then they tore down the rest of the building and kept the one room intact. And people said they seen stuff in there. So, explaining the picture. Oh, it did stop for a little, did it?
For her. Everyone else.
It might be the weather.
I was just explaining that the painting was a painting that a mother did, and she's prominent in it onto the side, and then each little spotlight of what she put where his accomplishments in life, but he didn't survive, he didn't live. These were her expectations and her imagining and putting into a visual of what she thought his life would have been if he had lived, and he died as a child. So that was really unique, and I think that's an interesting piece.
Well, yeah, I try not to.
I have no idea what, but I'm just saying overall, that's an interesting piece. Just the story, everything behind it, the fact that a mother would do that is wow.
Yeah. But again, the auction was successful. It's been a while since we got to hang out really with Donna and do the auction, and they were all good items. Big baby Eunice, that's what she's that cute doll with the big eyes, the binoculars.
The Pee-wee doll, is that what they call them?
I don't know, but those Donna kept telling me the name of those negative images, pterodactyl. She kept telling me the name, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're saying, and I can't repeat it, but those were creepy. Because they're like
they're reflective images.
Yeah, they look like almost like negative, but they're not. They're still pictures.
Yeah, they're tins.
They're
like
creepy.
Tins.
Yeah, and
they were on fire. They were burnt. They burn around them.
They all went, and
Celine's got them.
Yeah, they all went, and again, we had a good time, and we stayed later, and that's when it really started raining coming home. But we, like I said, to do the auction and do the investigation. Like I said, my eye hasn't been good, so we didn't do it. But this weekend, we're with Adam Berry at Liberty Hall. So I know he reduced the price of the meet and greet as well as the VIP ghost hunt. I heard him talking about that on his live stream. So if you guys, aren't doing anything Saturday and you want to take a drive down to Liberty Hall, I think the meet and greet starts at 4:00. We'll be there. He'll be there. I don't know how many people he's letting in for the meet and greet or the ghost hunt. So we're just going to be there to assist him and to meet people and to hang out. And, you get a tour of the mansion, I'm sure, of the carriage house as well. The weather's looking like it's going to be halfway decent. I think it's going to be 65. So,
hi, Teresa.
So again, if you're not doing anything, you want to meet Adam, come hang out at Liberty Hall on Saturday. The two of us will be there, and Adam will be there. We'll be there from probably 3:00 till whatever, I'll be work all weekend. Oh, Nancy will be there. Cool. We get to hang out with some of you. And again, Adam's a good guy. Adam is definitely, entertaining. He's a good speaker, as you guys saw when we interviewed him. I liked a lot of his views on the paranormal. I'm interested in reading his book. I don't think he's going to have it there, but I'm sure if you bring something for him to sign, he'll probably sign it. But Saturday should be fun. But then, like I said, after that, we run into such a string of things that we're doing that literally is going to take us
to the end of the year.
Not really. I mean, there are weekends here and there, but not a lot of them. But from there, we. Oops, I thought you said you would be there. We are going to be there, Kathy.
Oh no! She's commenting on someone else's comment.
Patricia said he said nice things about us on the live stream.
Oh, did he? That's nice.
We didn't hear that
part. Hear all of it.
That's cool. We were watching him talking about it, and we were like, "Boy, no mention of us." But thanks, I'm grateful he did. Can't wait for Saturday. Oh, Nikki's going to be there too. I'm on the list. See, it'll be good to see you guys, and again, it'll be good that we're able to somehow be involved because we were involved in bringing Adam there.
Nikki, guys, remember? That was funny.
That was a joke for.
No. I see you, Nikki.
Thank you. Again, don't share the joke. Just.
No, poor Nikki and her friends showed up at an event, and for some reason, the system didn't show that she had purchased admission. So she was so patient, so kind, going through and pulling up. And I mean, I wish there were more people like her with her patience and understanding. And we got it all straightened out.
Joy, right? Joy. I remember Joy's name. Joy is one of the few names that, because again, the Joy. I haven't met many Joys in my life. I don't have a whole lot of joy in my life.
Ow! Ow! And that's why you get water spilled on you.
But so what happened was somehow Nikki's name wasn't on the list of paid attendees for the event at the John Inskeep. So again, it was really nice of her to just kind of be patient as we kind of checked on our end to make sure. I was this close to tasing and pepper spraying and pushing them off the porch as it dragged on longer and longer. Of course,
Nikki, well, you and I both know he just ran. He was gone. We were like this, right, girl?
Yeah, because I had 20-something other people that were, that I have to worry about, not just the one, which is always the way. But anyway, Nikki,
that is the way.
What is it?
That is the way. How they say it? I never get it right.
That is the way. If you know anything about the Mandalorian, this is the way.
This is the way.
This one here messes
up. That is the way.
Messes up everything.
I say things backwards, upside down, you name it. Invert words. I'm good with that.
Thank you, John. This is again,
all right, John McGinnis.
You see what I deal with. Cindy knows it too. No, past tense. This is the way. That is the way too. So
that was the way.
You're trying to find the way. That's the way too. Just so you know. Thanks. See, you're getting an insight. Just a little bit of insight. Hello, Anna. How are you? So anyway, we did get things straightened out with Nikki, and hopefully her and Joy had a good time. But the fact that you guys are going to be there, we were, like I said, a little bit instrumental in bringing Adam to Liberty Hall because Adam, of course, had been there before with us for the Kindred Spirit episode, which I heard 100 million people watched, which was the most aired episode ever on Paranormal TV. Emmys that we didn't get one, but we heard so many great things about that episode. The honey bee, that's how he refers to it. The honeybee episode where he drank the honey. But anyway, Adam was there, and we had talked to Adam about doing an event together, and Liberty Hall. He liked Liberty Hall. They had a great experience at Liberty Hall. They liked the people there. They liked the house, the history, the family, and Adam wanted to do something, so we talked about it, and then we worked it out, and That's kind of how this whole thing came about. We didn't know that literally we would be doing that and then following that up the following week with Cody, Satori, and Dustin, which was like, one after the other. So that's going to be 2 really fun weekends. I mean, the good part about the Adam thing is that
did that to Nancy. I was trying not to, but you got a spotlight. See, I was just trying to do it now, Well, you can't do that.
I tell you, I don't know how to do the heart thing. I try. Anyway, it looks like 2 horrible. I don't know what it looks like. But anyway, but at least the Adam thing, we don't know how much heavy lifting we're going to have to do with the Adam event. We know that we're going to be involved in the Ghost Hunt. We know we're going to be there as part of the meet and greet. Our followers, you guys are nice enough to be there. We'll be there to hang out and, talk as well. But the Ghost Hunt, we're going to kind of work out the day of who's going to be where, what we're going to be doing, how long. But so that one we get to enjoy, again, just being there and being around and just hanging out casually, talking to people. Cody, Satori, and Dustin, kind of the same thing, but we have to do a little more for that one because there's a lot more involved. Their meet and greets before and mine tours, and then the Ghost Hunt afterwards, which is 4 hours. So it's going to be busy. And, releasing these events kind of in between, we have we had events all kind of scheduled out, sort of, kind of, and, other things are coming up, like the John Zaffis thing. We were trying to do that for June 10th. That was the original date for John to come back to Camp Evans, but it didn't work for Camp Evans. So we just combined it with an event we were already doing there. But we're trying to do more. Again, and part of that is, we had mentioned this the other night, and December 2nd or 3rd, whatever that is, Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
The Hoover House. I know, speaking to Nancy already has one of the rooms booked, and they only have 5 rooms. So if you want to get in on that and you want to stay in the Hoover House, which I recommend you do, because we'll be there. Yeah. And we can hang out. We can hang out on the porch, and we can, whatever, hang out in the living room if it's cold. We got pizza last time, and we all ate pizza. You should get that room now if you want to get a room, because they're going to go, and then there aren't going to be any rooms. And we're going to try to work out the same deal we did last time with the Cobblestone.
Yeah, the Cobblestone Hotel,
where they offered a reduced rate for people, because, again, it'll be Friday, Saturday night. So if you want to stay there Friday, you can stay there Friday. If you want to stay there Saturday night, you can stay there Saturday. If you want to stay the whole weekend, you stay the whole weekend. And even if you don't get a chance to stay there, you can stay at a reduced rate at the Cobblestone. And the reason we did it that way, again, that weekend, because it's the holiday, Gettysburg big kickoff for their holiday weekend.
Jubilation downtown.
So you could spend the whole day downtown Gettysburg if the weather's decent, walk around, go to the battlefield, enjoy the holiday stuff, and then come back and hang out with us, Cody, Satori, and do the Ghost Hunt.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a fun, good holiday thing, So, again, that's a ways off, but if you're interested, there's only so many rooms available at the Hoover House. So I'll make an ad and promote that one as we go, So, like I said, we're going to be adding other things too. I'm working on another event in December to Remember, that I'm waiting to hear back from, which is going to be another big one if it comes through, but you never know. But we're going to be busy. We just, as if we don't have enough to work on. We were approached about doing the psychic fair again. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Barron Arts Center, very near and dear friends of ours. We've known them for years and years. We support Woodbridge. We support the Barron Arts Center. We have for a long time. They're, like I said, near and dear friends of ours. We started doing, in addition to a ghost hunt, doing a psychic fair, which started at the Barron Arts Center with like 7 vendors. We had like 5 readers and 1, and it was cool. And a lot of people came to that first one, and we were like, it might be too big to do here. So we moved it to another location, and we've been doing it now, except for COVID, every year. This is our 5th one. And so they approached us and they want to do it again. And we're like,
yay!
Yeah, that sounds like fun. Let's do that. We really want to, The expo's in November this time. So yeah, September sounds great.
Spot on.
So we're going to do it. And we have a lot of really great readers that are going to be there that we know, some new readers that
I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited about the new ones. We were recommended. 2 people were recommended to us, and I actually did the interviews on the phone the other day. And I really think that these 2 individuals are really going to be a really great add-on to the ones that we have.
This one, she's yet to meet a medium that she doesn't like.
Not true. Not true.
Okay. I hear these conversations from the other room, and they go on for.
Not true. Well, it's my I have to do my due diligence to get to know who the
great
person.
Event. Yeah, this is going to be September 23rd in Woodbridge. I forget the name of the Arcadia building. It's a nice space, very nice space, and it's only $5 to get in, and that's your donation to the Barron Arts Center. Again, it's for the arts. It's for Woodbridge.
For their programs.
It's for their programs.
Which are amazing.
And we love the Barron Arts. And then if you want a reading, of course, it's whatever the reader is charging.
And then we'll have some merchandise vendors there too that are pretty unique.
Kathy, how are you? So again, this is in addition to all the other stuff that we're doing, which is, and in the meantime, sorry, missed the details. The Hoover House is, if I had my phone.
It's right here. It's December 2nd.
It's right here.
It's right here. Right in my little handy dandy book.
You gotta wait for her to go through the archaic calendar. Right there.
This is the first weekend.
1st and 2nd of December. Make sure you get those bottles of wine, Deb. Might want to stock up.
Deb is gonna have a phenomenal time.
Had a good time with Deb last time. Yeah, we're busy, and again,
it's a good thing.
I say this all the time, and this time I believe I mean it. I think I mean it. Not sure if I mean it, but I think I mean it. When we talk about starting the year and how many events we're going to do, I always kind of think, boy, that was a lot last year, And this year, I'm looking at the pad, and I'm like, boy, that's a lot this year. That's a lot this year, because we've had Centenary University, we've had some other new stuff, and
Peachtree. Is it Peachtree? What is it called?
It's called That Is the Way.
That will be the way, my way. What is
Peachfield.
It? Peachfield. Hey, I asked.
Oops. Oops. Oops.
I don't know.
So, like I was saying, so I look at the calendar and I go, again, getting older, lots of events. The thing I like about this year, I have to kind of, not that I have to motivate myself, but I like to take it up a notch every year and do different things. Like Centenary College is cool, and added some new things, and Camp Evans, John Zaffis being there, and doing things with Cody Satori and Dustin Parry. I like, again, adding stuff to our events to make them, and not charging a crazy amount. There are groups out there who we will not mention who are charging more for just their ghost hunt with them than we are charging to be with the likes of Cody Satori, Dustin, and John Zaffis, which for me is like, okay, again, there are businesses out there that are run paranormal events, and they do it that way. I get it. They're for profit. That's what they do. But man, we won't do it. And we've never done it that way. So I look at that and I feel good about myself, because we again, the prices of our celebrity guest events are less expensive than some of these regular. I wouldn't say it's all about them. I don't know it. I don't know these people personally. So for me, I don't know what they or why, but I know for us, it's not a business. It never has been. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of proud of that. And I'm proud of the fact that our convention, the expo, was designed originally to be affordable and to give you the most bang for your buck and not break the bank. And I think that we've been instrumental in keeping other conventions prices, because again, a lot of these other conventions, and I'm not naming any specific one, any specific area or event, could be West Coast, it could be Canada, it could be Europe. I'm just saying that, they are a business or for profit, and there's nothing wrong with that. Ours is for charity. The expo is for charity. All the money received from the people attending the event, all those proceeds go to the Woodbridge Charity Fund. These two people don't see a nickel of that money. And again, it's something to be proud of, because this is year number 9, and we've kind of stuck to that mantra and stuck to our word. And I do think that, again, we've been instrumental in keeping everybody down here, whereas for years they were, so I mean, it's something to be proud of, and that's why celebrities want to work with you. Well, that's part of it, I guess. But anyway, I'm not going to go and get on my soapbox. But yeah, when I look at this year, I like what we have set up. The magnitude of the events that we're doing, and the rate at which they sell makes me. I'm so grateful, that we can, we can sell these events and donate the proceeds for those events go to the locations as well. And it makes me feel good that we can, do these events and be with you guys, and that we're supporting these great locations and making friends with these people, and that, people like that we do it and they like what we do, but like I said, you get to the point where you're like, wow, another year, we went through the COVID, we went through all that stuff, and you get older and you look at, like, how many of these things can we do before, you can't, go to the well and fill up your bucket like you could the year before and the year before the year before, issues with my eye, she's got some health issues. I got some health issues. So you wonder, like, how many more times can we do 26 events in a year? You know what I mean? 23 events in a year.
Well, I'm afraid that when the time comes and we can't, and we have to hang up our hat, I'm afraid that the keeping the industry at a reasonable threshold, if we stop doing what we do, then that cap is now off, and all the prices are going to go through the roof.
We were joking around today that we were my favorite movie in the entire world ever is It's a Wonderful Life. I cannot get through the end of that movie where people start coming in and giving him money, where I don't start to well up. It just I've seen it 1,000 times, and that part gets me, because again, all the sacrifices and all the stuff he does. But we joke that we're like the building and loan of the paranormal, and that we try to keep the prices low, especially with the convention, and yet we don't drive big fancy cars, and we don't, live a lavish lifestyle and go on vacation all the time. And yet, again, not that we're saints, we don't deserve any kind of statue. I do, not so much this one, but we donate tens of thousands of dollars a year. Just boom, we donate it.
But I think that's what makes what we do, even because we're passionate about it, and you guys are passionate about it, and I think we're able to stay focused on the important part, because we're fortunate. We're very fortunate.
Yeah, we're not tainted, and
we're fortunate that we can stay that way and do that, because not everybody can.
Yeah.
And that's the truth.
Yeah. But anyway, that's kind of our mantra and who we are as people. The amount of people that said to me through the years that, you should, what's the word, monetize? So they say New Jersey Paranormal and blah, blah, blah. I mean, it took me forever to do merchandise. I fought that every step of the way until people were asking, can we shirts? Can we get hats? Can we? And I was like, look, people want it. And again, that's print on demand. We don't make a lot of money from that, but I just don't believe in doing that.
Although I did.
The Richest Man in Town. Yeah, that's another one. Oh, that gets me every time.
I did do up a new design that we're going to try out at Penhurst to see if people respond to it and like it on t-shirts and just see how it goes over. You know? So we'll see.
Yeah. So so that's the mindset going forward as far as what we do, and we don't look beyond the year. You know what I mean? When we, especially with the expo, we kind of lock into what we're doing this year. Maybe that's why I plan so much for any given year, because I'm always planning it like the last year and saying, hey, you know, God forbid anything happens with her, with me, or with, at least we go out doing what we want to do, feeling good, you know. Is it the bobblehead? No. The bobblehead is mine exclusive. I'm going to put that on eBay and hey, see what you did. But that is going to be for auction one day, and it's going to be worth a lot of money, that bobblehead, because it's exclusive, one of a kind. So anyway, I was talking today to Judy Hartke. I don't know if you guys remember her. Judy was the one who does the past lives drawings, along with the spirit art, she calls it, where she does a reading and she can draw as she's doing the reading. She kind of sketches a picture of the person who she feels is coming through for whoever. So Judy's going to come back on, I think we said May. Sometimes in May, a couple of weeks, we were talking about her coming back on. I like Judy. Judy's funny. She's like, we've already done the spirit art and the past life thing. You know, why don't we do the spirit guides and the what was it, the animal thing? And I'm like, no. People, I like the spirit art. I wish, you know, for the psychic fair that we're doing, I would like to have one of those readers. And her, I like, her, I trust. But she lives all the way up in upstate New York, so
yeah, she's really far.
She won't be there. But if you want to be involved in that, again, we'll pick 2 people, because that's probably what she could do in the hour, and we'll pick one for the past life and one for the spirit art. So if anyone's interested in getting that reading, someone who hasn't got one before, we'll clear it with you. We'll bring you on. We'll give you the link, and you could come on and we'll watch as it's happening live, and we'll do that again. I really enjoy that, because she's really unique in what she does. And again, her story, not that we'll tell it again, we'll just kind of, you know, go over it again. But really, she's got a very unique story, and I gravitate to people like that, because, you know, her mom had abilities and also some other issues that did one affect the other, did, you know what I mean? Yeah. There was a whole, so we'll go over that with her again, but I'm looking forward, and she's just a cool person.
She's a person who persevered over some really difficult things that had to be overcome to be who the person she is today. And I think I admire her.
Yeah. And again, you know, it's the thing when you're so busy with events and doing all that other stuff, setting up interviews too gets kind of difficult, because I don't like going over ground. But again, if we haven't done it in years with people, like the animal communicator thing, I mean, if anybody, maybe we'll do that again. If you guys want to, you know, have your animal on or submit a picture of your animal, and we'll have someone to come on and that was a really tough one for me, but you know what, man, I'll try anything if people want to try it. You know what I mean? You know, we were talking about different types of readers today, and there's so many different astrology and what they
numerology, you know, runes.
What were you calling the one?
Oh, the one that
no.
What one?
Palmologist.
Yeah, the palmologist. Like a
she's like, we got a palmologist. I'm like, really? They read the soap, the dish detergent?
Do you notice that when I misspeak, this guy?
So what they do is they take the dish detergent and they go,
don't make a mistake around this man.
And then they kind of move it around and they go, oh yes.
Don't misspeak. Yes. Don't misquote. Don't step wrong, because this guy is going to throw it in your face.
Pomologist.
Hey, you're going to find out what
that
a
is the way.
That
is the way. See, the dog. See, I'll get an animal communicator on again because it's just kind of fun and weird to do. And we know, see, they want that. I don't know how many she could do, and I'll ask how many she could do in an hour. But I'm kind of, the past life thing I can kind of get behind, but I'm not a big believer in that either. But yeah, we'll get the animal communicator
The
back.
cool thing about it's not about you.
Well, it's my show.
It's about. Why am I here?
Good question. Finally, we're getting to the questions that matter.
That
is the way.
He says me.
That is the way. That is the way. Somebody said that. I'm talking to one particular person who I'm friends with. Chris never hears a word I say unless I miss. Thank you. Thank you. She said you're the same way. You never hear a word she says unless it's something that she messes up.
He remembers you.
Phenomenal. Chris is phenomenal when it comes to that.
Snarky. He's snarky. That's my word. He's
the John Show. People love the John Show.
Salty or
John
snarky?
Show was very, very high. So anyway, I'm talking to this person who was on TV, who I'm friends with, who I like a lot. And she was like, I said, come on, the live stream. We'll talk about different things. I can't mention her name because I don't know if it is a her. But I said, we'll update people on what's going on with you and a bunch of other stuff. And she's like, well, maybe I'll do your show. And I'm like, yeah, I like that. Maybe I'll do your show because I'm like, I don't think of this as a show, but might have selective hearing. The John Show. John is the way. Thank you. That's the tagline.
And he really
thank
thinks
you,
that
John
way.
McGinnis.
Listen, John
Thank
McGinnis.
you, John McGinnis. You're back in my good graces, John McGinnis.
There are signs all over the house, such as "Don't touch my shit." We've got something out there on that you put a magnet that you put out on the refrigerator. I forget what it says.
None of it works.
No, it doesn't.
Here, I'll show you something.
Oh my God.
Let me show you something.
You guys get like this much. I get this much. His shenanigans. He's lucky he's still like, oh yeah, here we go.
I had to get that one. I had to. I love the movie Anchorman, and that's one of my favorite lines when he's, if you've ever seen the movie where he's trying to explain to Mrs. Corningstone, he's like, I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm kind of a big deal. See?
But if you have to point it out, are you?
I don't have to point it out. I've got this. I got my own bobblehead. I just can't
remember the one that's on the fridge.
I've got my own T-shirt.
There's one on the fridge, but I can't remember what it says because I don't read them.
Yes, I have that in my bedroom.
Yes, he does.
So I have my own side of the room that I've been.
No, don't let him mislead you. He's overtaken that bedroom.
I've been allocated one side of the room for me. I should show my Zach Baggins corner.
Listen,
I meant like that.
There's a story.
You want to see my Zach Baggins corner?
Wait a minute. There's a story, and then there's Hollywood. He's Hollywood.
Before we go, I'll show you my.
Yes.
I'll show you my Zach Baggins.
They'll get a kick out of that.
I'll show you where.
Which is on my side of the room.
I'll show you where all my ghost hunting crap is, and then there's the Zach Baggins corner. All right, hold on. Let me take this.
That's funny, Celine.
Let me take this. Hold on a minute. I'm going to show you my Zach Baggins corner. Hold on, dude. Turn this around. Hold on. Turn the camera around. 1 second. There we go. That's my Zach Baggins corner. See that? Hold on. Can't really see because that's my little Ouija board there. Hold on, I gotta find my flashlight. There's my Zach Baggins photo there. My Ouija board. Hey, pretty cool.
That's on the fridge.
What? Wait a minute, you got me messed up here. Behind the scenes tour, that's right. You saw the Kia Soul Studio.
This is what he has on the fridge.
Thank you. I'm not even going to show you my corner of my my dresser. That's even weird. Then you'll definitely think I'm weird, but we won't go there. That's where my Godzilla toys and everything else are. But anyway, we're getting off the beaten path there. Today is Sunday. We do, like I said, Saturday, we have the event with Adam, but probably Tuesday, depending on weather, we'll be back at the Creeper Gallery to investigate the painting. And there were two other things. God, I wish I could remember what. I know the bracelet was the one. Donna wants us to do that little bracelet with the hearts on it. But then there was another one.
The priest hats.
Oh, the priest hats. Those were the three.
Yep.
Yeah. So that should be really. Oh, the coloring books. They're right
there. They're down underneath the tee. When you went by the stand, he's got them right there with his crayons. Believe it or not, Deb, they're right there.
No, they're not. I moved them.
Again?
They're down the tee.
He doesn't want me to. He doesn't want me to touch them.
Hold on.
He doesn't like me to touch anything. Nothing. That's why there's signs all over everywhere. But the funny thing is, he touches my stuff all the time. He moves my stuff. He throws my stuff out. And then when I go looking for it and it's missing, he's like, I don't know what you did with it. It's not. He's messing with me. See? He's got them. He loves those books.
There's my Ghost Adventures coloring books that I got from Deb for my birthday. Uncolored. They've yet to be colored. See, there's Aaron.
I told him I'd color them for him, but he said, you don't touch them. Do not
No, she's not allowed to touch my coloring books. That's what Deb got me. One of the bestest birthday gifts ever. Along with that, what was the shirt she got me? That too? The one
about being an introvert.
Yeah.
And paranormal.
I like that one too. Anyway, so we'll be at the Creeper Gallery. This was a weird one. Sure, it was a weird one. Hey, it started when someone threw water at me and dropped their phone on my foot, and it just went downhill from there. But a little look behind the scenes at the Paranormal Saviors lair, where it's like the Bat Cave. That's okay, Chris. I have something for you. Oh, really?
Oh, Jay.
Hey, let me tell you, Jay. Donna is walking around with her leather hat that says Creeper on it. And this one has a Creeper Gallery t-shirt. You know who does it? This guy. So, and I keep hearing year after, I'm going to get you one. John doesn't have one. Anyway, Tuesday night, 8 p.m. We'll be live from the Creeper Gallery with 3 different items.
You were supposed to talk about the triangles.
Oh, the triangles. Michael was throwing my stuff. I missed that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Donna's not going to give you one first, Jay. She does. There'll be hell to pay. Michael was throwing my stuff out there. I asked him if he was home. He would have wanted to ask. No, he wouldn't. I have something for Chris also. There you go.
Oh, can't wait to see.
Anyway, what were we saying about the triangles? That was one of the weirdest things that happened. And when how are you two? I was outside celebrating my 60th year. I'm feeling, oh, happy birthday, Colette.
Happy birthday, Colette.
We went to the Creeper Gallery. We're about to do the auction. Now, I was in there Tuesday and I noticed that thing. And Donna put another weird thing up in the corner. Didn't
Do you have a picture of it?
Didn't think anything of it. And Donna went back there when we were setting up for the auction. And she's like, what is this? Where did this come from? And I'm like, you didn't know that was there when I got here on Tuesday? And she's like, no, where'd it come from? And like, I don't know. And then we turn around and we see the book, the journal, and that somebody drew it. in there as well. So people are kind of speculating that it's what were they saying?
Like witchcraft of elemental.
Yeah, elemental type of things, and yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the Blair Witch thing. I think that's a warning. I'm kidding. I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. Somebody said they thought it was somebody might have had a bad experience in the Red Room, and they came back and left that thing there to kind of leave whatever it was there, so to protect themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hoping to meet Donna in person when we go down to the Sterling Hill Mine. We figure maybe you should do that, Celine.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you got to pick up your stuff, right? But anyway, yeah, that thing's a mystery. I'm really curious. If I have a few minutes, maybe we try to investigate it a little bit and see. We can tap into whatever that is, and what do we do that for?
Because when things are like voodoo dolls or anything, it's all about intent. So if somebody put bad intent, or you just assume that somebody put a protection intent.
I said that was somebody's opinion. That one of the people that posted on here, who seemed to have knowledge of whatever that was, said that they believed that was something to do where somebody may have had a bad feeling or bad energy or there, and they came back and then left that thing in there to kind of protect themselves, or to kind of, I don't know how tying twigs together.
It's intent. It's what you like, a voodoo doll.
I do like the idea of using that thing and trying to, maybe I could reverse the good intentions and release something.
Okay.
Worth a try.
Okay.
Love the sideways check look, Chris. Oh, of course. I get that all the time. That's nothing new to me. I get that about 30,000 times a day, every day, from the time I wake up. But anyway, that's what we're doing this week. Adam Berry, Saturday. So yeah, if you guys can come, I think, like I said, I think he reduced the price. So I'm not sure what the meet and greet is. I think it's like $30-$40 maybe. I think. I'm not sure though. You got to go to adamberryevents.com.
Yeah.
adamberryevents.com. And again, like I said, I don't know the ghost hunting tickets. I know there's VIP ghost hunting tickets. So, hang out with us Saturday. If you got nothing to do, come to Jersey, come to Union, check out. You will love Liberty Hall. If you've never been in it and you've never done the ghost hunts with us there or watched the lives of you go check that out. You would really, really, that building is gorgeous, and everything in that building is original to the family. And if you go upstairs and you walk into that red room that was featured on Kindred Spirits, you will definitely feel something.
That room has a density, and when you walk into it, funny enough, Rhonda, he does not like soup of any kind, so he's okay with no soup.
I hate soup. I associate soup with sickness. My mom always would give me soup when I was sick, and it's like medicine to me.
Yeah, he thinks I'm crazy when I eat soup.
It's I don't want to gross anybody out, but it's like warm snot with noodles in it.
No, it tastes nothing like that.
That's what it reminds me of. I'm sorry.
But let me clue you in. He eats no vegetables. He has no fruit. I mean, the guy just eats pasta, his pizza, and his wraps, or his Italian burgers. That's
subs.
It. Yeah, that's it. His menu is very, very limited. Very limited.
Hey, ABC's of me. But just so you know, kind of a big deal. Anyway, we'll see you guys Tuesday. Yeah, probably 8 p.m. It's getting darker later now. So takes a little while to set up and get things going in there. And traffic has been a little hairy lately. So, New Hope gets a little crazier as you get into the spring and summer months. It becomes more and more difficult. But we'll be there. Tuesday, 8 p.m. See you here. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Whoa.
More water. It's empty. Be safe.
That's what I did.
Stay healthy. And please be kind. It really does make a difference. Good night, everybody. And he's
he's watching.
Good night, everybody.